Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my video game dev series where you can see me developing my game. This is great for all the people who like to see how game development is done, especially if you're a beginner and you have no clue how it is to program a game. And I'm using the game engine Unity, as you can see, and lots of you will know. And I have lots of fun here doing my game development. This is what I do every morning, and so welcome. You can watch me while I'm doing this. We'll talk about it and I'll have fun. Alright, as every morning I will get into my to-do list. And here I'm working on the spit attack. And I got some things to do. Make sure the spit attack can only be fired when the player health is bigger than 0. That's one thing. And I have to add one more topic. One more to-do point. Make sure particles are not following the emitter, which is the player. So, alright. And how this is done, I show what I mean. If I hit play, then I do the spit and I jump, you can see actually the particles are moving with the player, which is not good. And you have this weird behavior where the particles intersect into the ground and stuff, and I want to change that. This is be done by changing the simulation space from local to world. And if I hit play again, and I emit the particles, and I can jump and do every kinds of stuff, and you see the particles are staying on the ground independently from the player movement. So this is exactly what I want to have. This is the spit attack, in case you didn't see it. You can damage the enemy, and on the second spit attack he will die. So that's it. And there's another issue you see if I turn around. The particles are still emitting in the wrong direction, so I have to make it dependent on the player's sprite direction. And also there's an issue where I can still spawn these things when I'm dead, so I'll let myself get killed, and you can see I can still spawn them, which is not good. Alright, let's do it. Let's get into the player attack script and have a nice coffee. Alright, you gotta drink it while it's warm. So, alright. Pull this out a bit. So there's my spit attack, and it is a pretty simple thing. Private spit attack, and at the moment I can spam a infinite amount of particles, which should not be that way. I'll take this statement from up here, from the normal attack, and then I will put it in here. Let's see if this is enough. Okay, I can still spam an infinite amount of these particles. But if I'm dead, let's see. Okay, if I'm dead, I can't do the spit attack, which is good. So, but the attack timer thing is not working, and I really don't like the way this is set up. So I'm calling the timer cooldown. I want to rename this. Timer cooldown. If attack timer is bigger than -1. Where's the attack timer actually set? Attack timer is set to 0 up here. And then we got the cooldown. And the attack timer has to be 0 or smaller. Then I set the attack timer equals to the attack cooldown. Attack cooldown is set to same thing here, attack timer equals attack cooldown. So this is something I have to do down here as well. See? Have to take the particle system. Put that one up here. Alright, that should work. Just the timer cooldown. If attack timer is bigger than 0, attack timer minus equals time, the delta time. Alright. Should be working this way. Okay, I can still spam a lot, but not. There's like a well, it doesn't make any difference. Okay, I have to set the attack cooldown differently. Private float, and I name it spit cooldown. Spit attack cooldown. Whoa. Cooldown. And I set it equals to 2 seconds. And then I get down here, my spit attack, and I set the attack timer equals to spit attack cooldown. So that should work. Yeah, that's working. Okay, I'm clicking, and you can see every 2 seconds I'm able to spit. And if I try to attack in the meanwhile, I spit, attack. There comes the attack. Spit, throw a bone. Whoa. Alright, that's fun. I'm not sure if I want to have it actually being 2 seconds. Yeah, but I think it's fine. Because the spit attack is a very powerful weapon so far. Let me test. No, I can't find. Yeah, it's a little bit too long. Should not be 2 seconds. I guess something like 1 second or 1.5. Let me test one. Well, 1.5. Ah, 1.5 is pretty long. Come on, get up there. Not sure. Didn't get close enough. It's too long. I set it to 1 second. So yeah, 1 second is good. I will leave it like that. Alright. So let's see. We got the spit attack. Do the graphics for spit slime. Well, I tried using the default particles, but I don't like them, how they look. They're more like a smooth version of the particles I'm using right now, which are simple squads. But I consider using the squads having done the graphics for the spit slime. We got this. And we got this. So for the sake of being having every to do in here, add cooldown to spit attack. Whoops, on cooldown, and we finished that. Alright. Flip emitter circle with player sprite. Let's see. So here's the particle system. And we got the shape over here. And you see we have this kind of circle. And this all is attached to the particle system. And as the player sprite is flipping, the spit particle system is not flipping with it. So I have to code this. Let me see first. We got the position. Let me 0. Oh well, I wanted to have it Alright, let's redo this. Undo it. Yeah, I wanted to have it on the mouth position. What happens if I flip it by setting the rotation around the which axis? Around the y-axis to 180. Yeah, then it gets flipped. Alright, so rotation dot y. That's what we need to access. Okay, let me see where we can do this. Dum 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 dum. I had something similar in the throw attack, and I'm grabbing the player platform controller transfer local scale. I don't like to have double code. I would have this kind of code here and then down here again, and I really don't like it. And also I noticed something on the regular attack. I'm not flipping that stuff either. Okay, I will do a function. Attack. You remove this. What the heck did I do here? Alright, alright. I'm thinking about how I can do this in a clean way. Let me see. Private. What should I take? Private bull. Flip to left. flip sprite. Flip sprite to left. Yeah, I will go with that. Okay. Okay, I'm grabbing here the player platform controller transform.localscale.x, and now I see can pretty much copy that. If it is bigger than 0, flip sprite. It's false. Else if then I grab this. Then I say flip sprite to the left. It's true. And then I return flip sprite to the left. So it's giving me errors. Well, I don't need this. I can say I remove that one. And I said flips. Whoa. Okay. It needs a default value, so I set it to false per default. And then I can actually remove this part because I don't need it when I set it to default. Alright, that should be working. And then I can get up here and remove that stuff. Get the direction. If I can remove this, I only need the shoot direction. And then I say if flip sprite to the left is false. What the fuck? Why is this? Why is this? What am I doing wrong here? I guess I have to say private boolean like this. What the heck? Oh, I forgot these parentheses. Oh my gosh. Well, sometimes it's flips right to the left, and this time I said if flips right to the left is false, which we get up here, and if flips right to the left is true, then we got this shoot direction. Alright, that should work. I will test it, making code a little bit easier and cleaner. Let me see. Yes. Alright, it is working. So that's the good news. And now I can use that for my spit attack. So let me just grab this function and paste it down here. Alright, we got the spit attack. And then we need to insert if flip sprite to the left well, let me think about. We got a particle system. Okay, we only need to flip it when flip sprite to the left is true. So I can say particle system, the transform dot, and it is the rotation dot y equals to (180f). Transform dot rotation is okay. Let me see. Dot transform dot rotate around rotate around a local vector 3 axis. And the float angle, space relative to inverse transform direction. What is this? Transform transform direction. Isn't there a function that is called look at? What is the target given? So I guess I have to take rotate around local. Vector 3 dot axis. New vector 3 dot or can I can actually take transform dot, what is it, left? Transform dot up. And then I need the angle, which is 180 half. Okay, transform rotate. Okay, that way I'm rotating it. But I guess I have to rotate it back if flip sprite is not true. But let's first test. Let me see. Coffee is getting cold. Alright, we got this direction, I turn around, and then we get this direction. Oh, look at that. That's interesting. Then it's getting here. Then there, what the heck? Look at that. Why? Okay, it's flipping. Look at that. We can actually see here, there's the cone, and it's flipping around kind of randomly. Wow. What the heck? Why is that happening? Some weird behavior. Else if, okay, I have to do something like flip sprite to the left. Okay, I have to make sure that the rotation is also been set back. Let me see if this is working. It's kind of randomly moving every time. What the heck is happening here? That's weird. Why is that happening? Let me see. I guess I have to set the Oh, I know why. I know why this is. Because I'm not setting the actually value. Wait, I'll show you. I'm not setting the actual value of the rotation dot y. I'm only flipping it around the y, and I'm flipping it 180 degrees, which means that even if I'm facing in the same direction and I rotate it every time around 100 degrees, then it gets flipped every time. So I need to figure out how I can do it instead. I don't want to use the rotate function, but what can I use instead? Let me see. Transform that position dot, but it's the position. No, that's not what we want. Transform dot is that precision and rotation? Transform dot direction. What is that? This is translate. Okay, I need to do some research. Unity transform. Set a rotation. How to set the rotation values equals to 0. Quaternion dot Euler. How to set a single axis rotation of a game object. Transform dot rotation equals to Quaternion Euler. Quaternion dot angle axis. Quaternion angle axis creates a rotation with rotates angle degrees around axis. Quaternion angle axis. Let's try. Particle system dot transform dot rotation equals to Quaternion dot angle axis. We need the transform dot up, which is the axis, and then I set it to 180. So, and he's giving me vector 3 like that. What the float angle? Oh. What the heck was he doing here? 1, 2, 3 dot up. Oh my gosh, I'm doing this wrong. 180. And then we got here the transform dot up. There we go. Okay, let me see if this is working. Should be like that, and then in here to 0. Remove that. Alright, let's see. Should be working. The computer. An extension of human intellect. The most calculating intelligence on the world. Well, what am I listening to? Funny music. Alright. So it seems to work. There we go. I rotate. And this is what happens. Yep, that's exactly what I want to have. Alright guys, we got this. I'm happy with that. That's pretty awesome. I want to test something. I saw something. When I'm getting close and doing the attack in this direction, am I attacking her? Let me see. Yes, I am, somehow. That should not happen. That should not happen at all. Oh my gosh. Where's my player? I have to tweak the health to test this. Current health 5. There we go. Yes, I am. I can't kill her during my own attack while I'm facing, while she's facing my back and I'm not facing her. Not good. Not good at all. We got a attack trigger on the player. Let me see if we are using that. Are we using that at all? Oh, look at that. This is my attack trigger? Holy shit. Let's change this. We change it to this, so that it can't be triggered on his backside. Let's test again. Let's test again. Alright. So I'm attacking, can't do anything. Now it's fixed. Good stuff. Nice and quick. Nice and quick fix. Alright guys, we got this. Okay, I'm just looking if this is clean, what I did here. I guess when I'm looking at this chunk of code and then a few years from now I will be like, oh my gosh, what did I do? Why did I implement it like that? But for the moment, I guess this is okay. Yeah, I got all the inputs up here. I got the cooldown attack. Alright, so let's get to the checklist and do the most satisfying part of all, hitting done. So guys, look at that. We got 4 tasks done for the version, for the new version I want to release. And it is Thursday today. Tomorrow is Friday. So we're close to putting out the next version. So, what do we have here? Create a trigger collider on the player. which will call the get closest enemy on trigger enter. So guys, what I'm planning to do is I want to have another attack system which will auto detect the closest player, and for that I wrote a function. Let me see where I got it. It's here. I wrote this function get closest enemy, and this function will cycle through all the game objects in my scene which have to tag enemies, and it will store it in an array. That's an array, actually. I defined it somewhere up here. There you go. Here's multiple enemies as array. It stores it in that array, and then I say for each game object and multiple enemies I get the distance and the distance between my own position and their position of the enemy, and then I check which is the closest to me, and I return the transform of the closest enemy. And I put this in the function because I don't want to have any of these in the update method, because it would be automatically get called every time, every frame, and this would be not good for performance. But when I move through the scene and I get in a certain range in a certain range closest to the next enemy, I want to get this function fired every second, because I want to always have the transform of the closest enemy and kind of highlight this, and then do my attacks on him. And in order to do that without checking for the enemy every frame, I want to add something to my player, and this will be another empty game object. Let me see. Create empty, and I will call it how will I call it? Enemy radar. Enemy radar. Yes, I like that. Alright, add a component, a collider. A collider 2D, and what do we have? I want to have a circle collider. Yeah, I want to have a circle collider. And I want to edit. No, I don't want to edit. I want to set the radius of this collider. I want to make it big, like how many units? Let's say I want to have 3 units, which will be like something like that. 3 units or 4? Well, let's actually set it to 4 units. So I set this to 18. Oh my gosh, 18, not 180. Alright, this will be the range where enemies will get detected and autofocused for the attacks. And I set this collider to is trigger. Alright. So I'm thinking about, do I need to have another script here? Yes, I guess I have to. Would it be possible to handle the logic for this enemy radar in the player attack script. I have to try it out. I simply just have to try. Let me try. All right. I want to have a private, what is it? Do you want to have the transform or only the collider? Let me see, collider 2D, private collider 2D, enemy radar. Then I said enemy radar is equals to game object transform that get child, and it is on the 4th position, or is it the 5th? It is the 5th, which means index of 4. That get component. And then collider 2D. There we go. Alright, here we got the collider. Let me test something. On trigger, enter 2D. On trigger, stay 2D. Wow. I don't know if this is working. Let me see. On trigger. Stay. On trigger stay, la la la. Huh. It's not working that way. I'm sorry. What I wanted to do is here grab the collider and then put it in here, but that's not working. That is not working. So I can remove the enemy radar. Or I will make it a game object. Game object. And then here the game object. So I have the reference to the enemy radar here. I will need this later. And now I need to make a new script. Where is it? Here. I need a new script. Create C# script. Enemy radar. Hello? Where is my enemy radar? Enemy radar. Hello and welcome. So we say on. Ah, God damn it. On trigger. Stay 2D. And then I call game assets dot dot instance dot player attack dot get closest. Oh, it's not public. Player attack. Where is my get closest enemy? I need to set it public. Public transform get closest enemy. Enemy radar. Get closest enemy. And I also have to set the transform closest enemy. Enemy. Closest enemy equals. So now we got a closest enemy. And what do we do with that? I kind of have to return that information. No, I'm simply just storing it here. Setting it to internal. Internal transform closest enemy. I store it here. Alright, and then I go to my player attack script and I will define a function for my new attack method. And I put it here. If input means anything I press on my computer. Get key. Yeah, we take a get key down. Get key down. Key code. Mouse 0, which is the left mouse button. There we go. So, and then how do I want to have how do I want to name this attack? Virus attack. Virus attack. Yeah. Sorry for the dark humor. Right now it's not funny at all, but alright, virus attack. Throw attack, spit private void. Virus attack. Okay, there we got a function. Do stuff here. For the virus attack, I want to give the go back to the enemy radar. Awake. Private void awake. Closest enemy equals null. On trigger stay. Then I say on trigger exit to the what the heck, private void on trigger exit, and I set closest enemy to null again. So what I want to do here is I store the closest enemy in here if the enemy is within the trigger, but as soon as the trigger exit is called, closest enemy will be null. And I have to do something else. Attack trigger. I need to have this. I need to have this as well. Alright. Alright, so it's only working for the enemies. And as soon as the enemy leaves the trigger, the closest enemy is set to null. Alright, then I go back to my player attack script. Where's attack? And let me see, where's attack? And then we want to give a transform. Enemy. Closest. Want to stay consistent with the naming. Closest enemy. So, and here I give the enemy radar dot how did I name it? Closest enemy. Enemy radar dot closest. Oh my gosh, I have to set it to public. Public transform closest enemy, blah 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 blah. Can you find it now? He's not finding it. What did I wrong? Oh. Oh my gosh, okay. Enemy radar dot and gets components. Enemy radar. No. What did I call it? Oh my gosh. Enemy radar. Save it like that, get back in here. Oh my god. This will lead to confusion if you don't stay consistent with those namings. So now we get the enemy radar named right, and now I can say enemy radar, which is this, dot closest enemy. There we go. Alright, this is what I want. So when I call the virus attack, I am grabbing the closest enemy transform, which is saved here, and I'm passing it over to the virus attack function, which is here, and then I receive the closest enemy. Alright, we got this. So do the attack here. So let me think about some. Debug.log. So I want to check if the transform is not null. If the transform closest enemy is not null, then I do the debug. Okay, that way I can test if my attack function is working. Let's see. Alright. What the heck? What is happening?
First, there was darkness.
Okay.
Strangers.
This is weird. I'm flying.
A race as old as time itself.
What the heck?
They had mastered the
Let me exit.
technology.
Exit play mode. So I set it to trigger.
Physical reality by will alone. They called this ability tuning.
Oh, let me double check this. Missing component exception. There is no game object attached to enemy radar under the. Let's see if it's fixed now. What the heck? Okay, something weird is happening here. Okay, let me change something. I don't want to have this as a game object. I want to have it as enemy radar, as the script itself. What is happening?
My name is Dr. Daniel Wolfraven.
Get components.
I have betrayed my own kind.
Where do I have this kind of game object that get component? Oh, what the heck? I'm stuck right here. Get components. Oh my gosh, yeah. What am I doing? It's time to take a break. It's obvious, right? Isn't it? Okay. So now we got the enemy radar. And this should work. Let's test. Object reference is not set to an instance of an object. Yeah. And guess what? I know why. Okay, guys, I'm getting really tired here right now, and I'm not able to wrap my head around it. The reason why this message is getting thrown is because I'm giving this I'm passing the transform of the closest enemy, but there is no transform at the moment. So it's actually null, and we have a reference, no reference exception. So I have to rethink and redo this. But that is something for tomorrow. So time's up. I need to go to my main job now. I thank you very much for watching, and I wish you a nice day. Stay healthy, stay safe, and I see you in the next episode. Thank you very much. Bye bye.